Jam Jar, Jam Jar, everyone listens to Jam Jar. Well, almost everyone. Jam Jar, Jam Jar, here we are at Jam Jar. That's a radio program, right? You gotta jump and shout and talk it out. Everybody knows what it's about. Jam Jar, we're all listening to Jam Jar. Whew. Jam Jar, everyone listens to Jam Jar. Oh, that's a bit low, isn't it? Jam Jar, we're all listening to Jam Jar. Spread it around. Oh yeah, welcome everyone to another program of Jam Jar. We've got the bounty of actually not only having going out to Radio Land, but we're going to TV Land as well. And we've got a really special treat for you today. Our guest artists, I would say. Not one, not two, but three people. Yeah. Now we'll just take this guitar here and put it over here out of the way. Because we may play another song. We'll see how we go. But anyway, I'm going to put these headphones on now so I can hear what's going on. Yeah. Oh, well, that's a bit better. Hold on. Here we go. Yes. Okay, welcome everyone out there. And, yeah, so what's been happening? Lots been happening, actually. Now that it's getting warmer, there's some more musical things happening. We've had an amazing night at Stonehenge for the spring equinox. That was pretty amazing. And even though there's been a lot of places in the Wairarapa, musically speaking, that have closed, there's a lot of other things happening that are taking its place. So what is happening? Okay, so obviously this program will go to air. Well, you'll see it on television if you tune in tonight. And next Thursday, that's not tomorrow, but the day after, we've got the Gladstone in with their regular monthly music program. It's a pretty nice atmosphere, you know. It's pretty easy going. It's an open mic thing. Everyone is welcome. It's a $5 cover charge. Good entertainment, meals, everything. It's just a great place to be on Thursday night. And yeah, so you should get along to that. Just coming back a day, Wednesday night, the Kingsford Brown Trio, that's me, well, sort of me, one of me anyway, is playing at Iberia. And it's their yearly celebration of being in business for 1 year at Iberia, and myself and Vaughan Robinson and I think Eddie Cristiano on percussion and drums, we're going to do a night's entertainment there. So that's tomorrow night. So if you happen to pick up this program if you tune into TV tonight, you'll see that's where that is, and that's what's that about. Obviously there are a few things happening musically as it's getting warmer. The vineyards are starting to have more entertainment. A few things happening in Martinborough, but I think it pays to keep your eyes open and ears open as to what is happening, and they will get more gigs as it gets warmer. Yeah. Okay, now what else have we got happening here? Let me think. Okay, so that's musically speaking. I think at the moment a lot of the people that have dance competitions and some of the people that teach dancing to young kids are having their recitals and all their little things they've been practicing all years for. So it might pay to just it'll be online. You'll be able to Google it if you just and they're worth going to. And what else? Let me think. I think probably about it that I can think of off the top of my head. But anyway, a big thanks to Dan Broughton. He's Wairarapa Web Design. Dan, I've heard you've actually shifted and not actually called Wairarapa Web Design. You're called something else. But you're the one that does the marvellous job of building websites for people. And I've seen a few of them myself, and I've had a look. So I'm very talented man. If you want any publicity via a website, he's the man to see. And Dan, so we thank you for your contribution and your support for this program, because without you we wouldn't have a program, mate. Yeah. Oh yes, and I hope they found the keys with the little metal detector that you got. So I know you lost your keys somewhere. So and I shouldn't be putting this out on the radio like that, should I? I think I'm not a very irresponsible individual losing his keys. But anyway, everyone does it. I've lost my keys a few times, but yeah, so I hope that's all good with you there, matey. And once again, thanks for your support. Okay, I think we might just bring in my special guest artists. And today is going to be a bit of a mixture of, I'm going to talk about a certain genre that's happening at the moment. It's becoming very popular in New Zealand. And one of those particular people that is with us today is going to talk about her musical experiences here in the Wairarapa and over the last 20 or so years. So without further ado, we're going to introduce, I'm going to plug in everyone here so we can get everyone going. So first of all, I'll introduce you to Gail.
Hello.
Yep, there she is, looking fine in all her. She's a member of a very unusual sect. Are they unusual or not?
Not so unusual
really.
now. They were, I suppose, yeah.
Yep. And then next to her, we've got another young lady. Hi, Kath.
Hi.
Well, we're hoping it's going to flick over to Kath. It may do. Keep speaking to me, Kath.
Hi, Stephen.
That's better. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that amazing? Your viewers, I mean, we're getting a real feast of... this is steampunk at its best, I tell you. And, of course, over in the corner is Paul. Hey, Paul, nice to see you, mate.
Good, yeah.
Good to have you with us. And we're going to talk today about why you guys actually do what you do and how you come about and where you find things and all that sort of thing. So, because I think it's really interesting, there is a big connection with people that reflect what they feel or what they like, especially musicians. You know, we were talking about it, Gail,
Yep,
remember?
definitely.
How they get people, and rock and rollers, and you get people who do the reggae thing, and then
Yeah.
there's the whole era of all that glitter stuff.
That's right. It's
You know.
what comes from within you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think steampunk's no different, really, eh?
that's right. We actually belong to Y Steam, so that's our group here.
Even better.
Yeah, and we have over 200 members.
Wow, that's pretty amazing, eh?
Yeah,
You know, for little you'd think, because we are, in a sense, people sometimes say, oh, Wairarapa, they're pretty redneck there, mate. You ain't nothing much happening. But it's not true, actually.
no, there's
Is it?
lots going on.
There's lots happening here,
Yeah,
eh?
there is. Yep.
Well, tell us a little bit about the background on steampunk, Gail.
Here in the Wairarapa, well, it just got started slowly, I guess. For me and Paul, we saw a capital steampunk in the newspaper from Wellington, and we just decided we would like to do that. So we joined in with them, and then not long after that, Y-Steam got started. So we got to know all our new friends in the Wairarapa, all the steampunk friends, one of whom is Kathleen.
Right.
And now we meet in all sorts of places. The Royal Hotel in Featherston, which is in a steampunk genre.
Right.
We go to fairs and all kinds of things. We go to Wellington, Cuba Duper.
Right.
Lots of stuff that we can go to. We go to the pictures even, dressed up.
Right.
To good movies.
So it opens yourself up to all sorts of possibilities.
It certainly
really, eh?
has, yep.
I mean, you could go along to anything really, as long as it's...
Yeah.
But, yeah, there is a connection, I guess, with the way the steampunk... Did that steampunk come from a certain era itself?
It does. The name itself was coined in about the 80s, 1987. Someone called, I have to look on here, Mr. Jeter, I think his name was. He wrote a book and had steampunk characters in the book.
Right.
But it was, some of that genre started earlier in the 70s with War of the Worlds and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and all of those.
Right.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and Kathleen, how long have you been sort of involved and associated with steampunk?
I've been associated for about 3 years. A friend, she started it and she was quite keen to get me into it, and I was very keen as soon as I heard about it. Steampunk is not expensive to get into. It's everything you could buy second hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here and Gail, and we're willing to help people that want to get into it. There is also other ladies in our group, also men.
Yeah.
I love steampunk. It brings people together.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
So you spent quite a
yeah.
bit of time. I noticed that when we did our little trip up the country,
Yep.
Paul, you know, you spend a bit of time in second-hand opportunity shops and places like that, eh?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Well, I'm completely dressed in opportunity shop outfit.
Yeah.
For the men, it's always a little bit harder to find a nice jacket or
Yeah.
a top hat in
Yeah.
a second-hand shop, but they do come up.
Yeah. Well, you
Plenty
look-
of women's
yeah.
things.
We look
Yeah.
fantastic. It's absolutely, I mean, it's a real.
Thank you.
I noticed sitting downstairs there, we've got a lot of comments from the
Yes.
people in the restaurant the cafe we were in, and
Yeah.
it's always positive, you know.
Yes, and that's not unusual either. Everywhere we go, everyone's interested, and people, even if they don't want to do steampunking, they're still happy to see it.
Right.
It still generates happiness,
Absolutely.
which is really good. Yeah.
Yeah. So
definitely
you've got
does.
steampunk names, is that right as well?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so who's who?
Well, Paul and I are the Duke and Duchess of Cranberry, so Abigail Mortimer and Alexander Mortimer.
Thank you.
So
Right.
that's who we are.
Yeah. And do we have a princess or a queen here?
A queen.
A queen, I thought so.
Queen Victoria.
Yeah.
I just love that era.
Yeah.
I like all the eras really, but Queen Victoria, I just adore her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
that Victorian period has quite a strong influence on the steampunk sort of idea of what it's about.
Certainly does. It brings in the Industrial Revolution and all the steam-powered machinery and everything powered by steam. Although there are lots of different ways to dress steampunk. We all have our own flavour. Some people have lots of copper and brass and bits and pieces over their costumes.
Right.
Some people sew things, really, really good. Some ladies sew big Victorian outfits.
Yeah.
The rest of us maybe go to op shops and get everything there.
Right.
You can put, there's no end to all the things you can put. I have little badges on my jacket which are made from fancy spoons.
Right.
Paul made those for me.
Yeah.
You can have a lot of fun. There's lots of fun stuff. Big, huge hats are good. Mad Hatter stuff. We all dressed up and went to the Mad Hatter's Day in
Yeah,
Woodville.
yeah. That would have been good.
Yes, that was really good. You can be as weird and wonderful as you want to be, and it's lots of fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I believe there's some actual what we should call gatherings that are coming up fairly soon.
Yes.
What's happening?
There's one on Saturday night. This Saturday night on the Royal Hotel in Featherston.
Yeah.
So 7:30 there. We're gathering just for an evening together to be together and see everyone's outfits and have a good time.
Right, and that's amazing, really, because that whole hotel is actually done in the punk style, it's
Yes.
steampunk style, isn't
Yeah,
it?
Yes.
it's beautiful,
Which is
isn't it?
amazing, really. So
Yes.
that must shows you how popular it is. You know,
that's
they
right.
didn't think it would work. I
Yeah.
didn't think they'd place all that money and do it up like
Yes,
that.
yeah, it's
Which
lovely,
is-
isn't it, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we were quite fortunate to be asked to be special guest at the opening of it.
Yeah, well, that's amazing.
So that was wonderful.
Yes, it
wasn't
was, and we had to look through all the
Yeah.
rooms, and
Yeah.
it's just beautiful.
I
Yeah.
think it's quite old, that hotel, isn't
Yes.
it?
Yeah, it's a lovely hotel.
Yeah.
Been around for a while.
It has been around for a while.
Yeah.
It certainly suited all of our clothing there.
Yeah.
We look
Yes.
good.
And the plumbing
Yes.
was beautiful.
Yes, the plumbing's amazing.
Yeah, it's a good, old style, was it?
Yeah, it's all over the wall.
Yeah.
Was the plumbing.
Yeah,
Lots of copper.
Exposed.
Yeah.
Lots of copper.
Well, that's pretty
yes.
steampunk, isn't it?
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yes.
Yeah, and if I just come back to you, Paul, for a minute,
Yeah.
you're quite a talented guy, I hear. You do all sorts of things. I mean, especially when it comes to building little houses on wheels. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, I'm
That's-
just building a little caravan at the moment. It's only about 12 foot long,
Yeah.
but it's made from junk, really. I got a car trailer from under a hedge from a neighbour, and I've been working at it about the last 6 months.
Yeah, it looks
You-
pretty good so
you-
far.
Using old Hino ply and
Yeah.
bits and pieces. I'm now at the stage of putting a bit of brass and copper and
Yeah.
for the lights,
Right.
and making it look a little bit more steampunk.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it look amazing.
Yeah,
Quite impressed.
We'd like it to be a bit Victorian inside with lots of patterns and
Yeah.
lots of nice things.
I think Victoria, that period of time, did have a certain sort of style about it. They are stylish
Certainly
and
did.
very, very,
Yeah.
you know, I was quite amused to see that some of the, I was looking a bit up looking up a bit on the computer about punk and steampunk, and some of the women were wearing corsets on the outside rather than on the inside.
That's right.
I thought that looked really weird, you know.
Yes, that's quite popular.
Yeah. And the emphasis, I guess, on shaping the body so it looks fairly feminine, or narrow waist and
That's right.
that sort of thing, which has quite amused me.
I did hear someone from Wellington said that we're enjoying all the good parts of the Victorian era. We haven't got all the other things
the other stuff that went with it.
That went with it. We're just enjoying the happy side of it.
Yeah, because I remember my grandmother, who was very Victorian, but in her manner as well, she was quite severe.
Sure.
And children were seen, but never never to speak unless they were asked to speak.
That's right.
And there was quite an austere sort of. But there was amazing things that happened that came out of it.
Certainly. Yeah. We're enjoying our
and I'm just looking at you guys now. There's so many different little things that you're wearing as part of the costumes signify certain parts of that steampunk era. Like the goggles, you've all got goggles on today.
Yes, we have. Yeah.
Mine are welding goggles. Found in my uncle's shed after he died.
Yeah.
And I've got a badge I've made out of a cog out of my motorbike.
Yeah.
Minus a few teeth.
Yeah.
And this one here is an old tap at the top of it.
Yeah.
It says hot. It describes me.
Well done, mate. You should go far.
Yeah.
And Kath, how do you get your ideas to what you dress? Where do you get your stuff from?
I buy a lot of my stuff second hand, and I just put it all together. I get something in my head and I go for it.
Yeah.
I just change all my wardrobe.
Yeah.
Make different things out of. I mean, like steampunk clothing can be in your wardrobe now. You just got to think about it, and it's really just what would the word be, Gail?
Oh, I don't know. It's just a gathering together of all sorts of clothes.
Together,
The more you buy, the more you realise you might end up with an outfit all of a sudden. I don't tend to try and find an outfit. I just buy what I like.
Yeah.
And then eventually, looking at everything together, I discover that there's a new outfit.
Right.
Jackets, skirts, lace, lots of lace, all sorts of bits and pieces, badges, jewellery, all that kind of thing.
Right.
And we get lots of ideas from one another. We go, oh, I might do that next time.
Yeah.
And it also costs nothing to get into steampunk, not a cent.
Yeah. You can just put
free.
things together.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So I notice your goggles.
Join.
Your goggles, Kathleen, they've got spiky things coming out of them.
Oh yes, I want to be different.
They're different. They're a little bit sort of but they look great.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Stefan.
they look really good.
Yes.
And what about yours, Gail? What are yours from, or were they?
Paul made mine.
Did he? Well,
They're made from plumbing, actually.
Yeah.
Brass and copper pipes, and it's all plumbing.
That's amazing.
And lenses from sunglasses and
wow,
that type of thing.
So if you're creative in that sense of making stuff, it's a good thing to be involved in, eh?
It is.
Yeah.
I think
Yes, it is.
But just
It's
get
an
that-
outlet.
Just get that feeling of that imagination can sort of run away with, and it's just amazing, really.
Yes.
There's no ends. There's no limits to it, really, eh?
Exactly. No limits at all. No.
So
It's quite
that's
exciting.
wonderful, because how big is it in New Zealand? Is it quite?
I'm not sure. Do you guys know?
Would it be? Would it be a
It's
few
getting
thousand?
bigger. It's actually getting bigger.
Actually, yes.
Yeah, and especially in Oamaru, of course, that's the headquarters in a way.
For New Zealand.
Yes,
but
it's a
the major cities have got quite large groups.
Yeah.
The capital steampunk have
But
got
be
a
a few
lot.
thousand, eh?
I would say so.
Yeah. I see. So obviously there's an organisation you can actually belong to, like Steampunk, on the.
Steampunk New Zealand. I think there's a Facebook page called that.
Yeah.
And we all connect on Facebook, of course. You can have a look and see what other groups are doing, and
Okay.
Manawatu, we've been to visit them quite a few times and joined in with them.
Right.
When we went,
Wanganui.
yeah, Wanganui, that's right.
Wanganui.
We've got people who come to our gatherings from Wanganui. And Hawke's Bay.
Yeah.
And there was a big gig they had in Thames.
Yeah.
Yes,
A
that's
big march.
Once a year.
sort of
isn't it?
like the North Island version of Oamaru in a way.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Coming up, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Thames one is coming up.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's always
That's a big one too.
always things
Thames.
happening.
Always,
Yes.
yeah.
Especially through the summer months.
Yeah.
And you don't have to go to everything either. We pick and choose what we can afford to go to and what
That's right.
what suits us with our
Right.
lifestyle.
Right.
There's a ball that we have once a year in Featherston, which is probably our main event.
Well, that's the
Right.
Time Travellers Ball, but we
Yeah.
definitely join in with that.
Yeah. Is that another group, Time Travellers?
Yes, so it's
Similar?
people in Featherston, but it's
Yeah.
similar. There's lots of medieval costumes and
Oh, I
things
see.
there as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
We have got
Yeah.
a ball coming here in Masterton though on the 1st
Yeah, I
of
did
December.
hear about that.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell us a bit about that, Gail. What's
King
happening?
Street Artworks.
Yeah.
Kathleen knows quite a bit about that.
Yes. The 1st of December,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Yes. And anyone's invited to come to that too. It's not just all the steampunk people, it's anyone
Yeah.
that's invited.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have,
Yeah.
this is one of our tickets.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
that's what the ticket looks like.
Keep talking. Hold it in front of you.
Yes, it says Steampunk Costume Ball, King Street Artworks,
Yeah.
Saturday, December the 1st this year, and it's 7 p.m. until late. Tickets are $20 and there's supper,
Wow.
and we all intend to have a wonderful time.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah, and it's lots of fun dancing in the costumes, and everyone's having a good time and fun, and we really enjoy that, don't we?
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
So,
Right.
Yes,
And it's good
definitely.
Okay.
food.
So I'm going to talk a bit about
Yes.
the music. You know how music identifies as certain genres. Like I was talking about blues, jazz, and everyone's got there's certain things that go with it. But I was trying to find out whether there was a music that was synonymous with steampunk, and it appears that there's not so much a music, although there are steampunk bands.
There are.
And as you said to me yesterday when I was actually talking to you, they may dress up in steampunk costume,
yes.
but they could end up playing any type of music.
Yes,
Yeah.
something that suits the people that are wanting to dance to it.
Exactly. So
yeah.
it's interesting actually because there is definitely a style of the punk music. You definitely know that's a genre in itself.
Yes,
you
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Whereas steampunk, I think from me, the feeling I get, it's more on what you guys are doing as far as the way it looks and you present yourselves as far as dressing up. So it's more that sort of, it involves
I guess it is, yeah.
people that not necessarily even musicians, but anyone that's interested in creating a sort of a scene, you know.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
steampunk is definitely a scene.
Yes, it is a scene. Actually, you just reminded me too. There are lots of other things that are involved with it, like teapot racing and the tea and biscuit competitions,
yep.
tea dueling.
Yeah.
Tea dueling,
Capital
yes.
Steampunk are very good at all that,
Yeah.
and some of our members join in too.
Yeah.
They have they just use remote controlled cars
Yeah.
and put a teapot on top of it.
That sounds pretty
and
amazing.
they have obstacles
Yeah.
and you can drive your car in and hit the bells, or there might be a statue of Queen Victoria and you've got to bump into her or miss her, don't hit her. Ramps, all those sorts of things, and it generates lots of fun, people watching.
Yeah.
So, there's heaps of things you can get involved in.
I guess the punk side of steampunking is the fantasy side,
Yeah.
where it's made into something fun,
Yeah. Yeah.
such as a teapot racing.
Yeah.
It's great fun.
I think so. I think for me, the feeling I get a good feeling of the steampunk that it's quite a friendly and sort of
Definitely.
open and sort of quite positive sort of thing to belong to.
Yeah, most definitely.
you know,
yeah.
Yes.
As opposed to, you see, if you compared steampunk as a scene to maybe when I was in Norway, I went along to a lot of heavy metal concerts, and they have a lot of Scandinavia. That's all those bands, and they all dress up in the most hideous sort of costumes and stuff and gear, and it's quite frightening actually. But incredible performance. But in that
Beautiful.
sense,
Yes.
it's amazing to see.
Yes.
But this here is more, for me, the steampunk seems to be more of a friendly, personable sort of thing. A
Definitely,
little bit sort of
yes.
friends getting together and doing their thing, and it's not quite
Yeah.
sort of,
Yes.
Yeah.
in your face,
That's right.
It sounds...
Gail and I went to we looked through a Junior area. What would you call that?
Where was that?
In Wellington, where we went and had a look at the grave sites.
We
yeah.
went to Karori Cemetery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other couple that were there with us were Jane and Leslie. They're from Capital.
Yeah.
That was wonderful because the gravestones in there are incredible. The stories that
Yeah.
they tell people's families, and it's a very old cemetery. Yes, it was a tour. They do tours,
Wow.
and so
Yeah.
we dressed up and went.
A group of Gothic people
Yeah.
Came as
turned
well.
up at it, and
Yeah.
it was actually quite interesting to see the steampunkers and the Gothic
Gothic,
people
see, that's
Together,
amazing.
yeah,
Well, I
that's
hope they
right.
got that on film.
There was a photographer
Yeah,
that
yeah,
did take
yeah.
some photos.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's great. Now, I'm going to just quickly go. I'm going to talk to you
Yeah.
about a little bit about, because I know that you're a musician and you
Yes,
play bass and
yes.
play a bit of guitar and you
Yep.
write material.
I do.
So let's just briefly just tell me a bit about how that started and how you got into music and where and things like that. That would be
Right from the beginning.
good. Yeah.
When I was a little girl, my father realised that I was into music. He was a big jazz fan, and we had a lot of jazz in our house when I was young.
Yeah.
And he often noticed me tapping my foot and getting into it, even when I was young. So he suggested that maybe I could learn an instrument. So I started off on the ukulele when I was about 9.
Right.
And then I moved on to the guitar, and I had a really great teacher, Tommy Kahi. He's passed away now, but he was wonderful. He loved the children, and he really taught them well, and
Yeah.
we had a great time with him. We had concerts and picnics and jet boat rides and all kinds of things, and that was all part and parcel of our, having our lessons with him.
Yeah.
And he made sure that those of us who had the talent were showcased. And
Right.
so in the concerts in the Civic Theatre, we got to do songs, solo songs and
Yeah,
things
yeah.
like that. And I can always remember doing My Boy Lollipop and the twist, and all the other children twisting along with me while I sang. And our families were all out there watching. And
Right. It was
yeah.
quite prevalent in those days, the musical family thing, with
Definitely, yes. Yeah.
more so than today, I think.
He had a dance band, and
Yeah.
he used to play for us all.
So you were Gail O'Callaghan.
That's
then?
right. That's my maiden
That's
name,
your
and that's
maiden
who I
name?
am now.
Oh,
Again.
okay. Right. And so not to be confused with your steampunk.
My
name.
steampunk name, which I use on Facebook and have confused everybody totally.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a track now, and I'll just tell you what it's about, listeners and viewers. Here it is. Here it's a track. It's entitled "Woman in Love." Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, that's quite an old
And-
song, an early one,
Yeah.
early 90s.
Okay, and it's sung by your daughter Jackie Knox.
It is, yeah.
And where is it here? And so she's on keyboards and vocals.
Yes.
We've got Dave Dewsnap.
Yeah,
on
Dave
on
Dewsnap,
guitar.
her partner.
Yes.
He's our lead guitarist at
Yep.
the time. Yes.
He's a name from way back. I
Yes.
think I played some of my in my groups. Dave.
Sure, that's right.
Um,
And he's recorded it all and mixed it as well.
Right. Oh, that's great. And of course, Darren Knight on drums.
On drums, yep.
Good drummer.
Good drummer, Darren.
Yes, always a Wairarapa lad.
Yep.
And yourself on vocals.
Yes, and I played the bass for all of them.
Yeah, and the bass.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a listen to that now. Woman in Love. And let me just see if I can get that happening, which I should be able to. If I go like that.
I got angry, I was mad as hell. Upset my friends, I got them mad as well. This isn't right, I'm just causing myself more pain. How many times must I go through this mess? Over and over until I learn, I guess. Oh babe, I wanna feel love again. Oh baby, I'm learning a thing or two, and oh baby, I wanna believe in you, and how do I know when it's safe to give myself away? Oh babe. to this than what I'm seeing now. I'm feeling love and hurt much the same. If I don't let go, I'll go insane. But what I really need to know is how. Oh, baby, I'm learning a thing or two, and oh, baby, I wanna believe in you. And how do I know when it's safe to give myself away? Oh, babe. It doesn't matter what they say, I gotta do it myself anyway. It's up to me, it's up to me. It doesn't matter where I go, I gotta do it myself, and I know it's up to me, it's up to me. I've moved on day by day. I really know that I'm on my way. I see the changes running through my world. You gave me strength, you set me free. I feel the love inside of me. Now I can face myself and you as well. Oh, baby, I'm learning a thing or two, and oh, baby, I wanna believe in you. And how do I know when it's safe to give myself away? Oh, baby, I'm learning a thing or two, and oh, baby, I wanna believe in you. And how do I know when it's safe to give myself away? Oh, babe. Give myself away, give myself away, give myself away, give myself away.
Right, well, there you have it. Great track, Woman in Love.
That's the one.
Yeah, and beautiful track, eh?
And Jack sings it really well.
Yeah,
too.
she does sing it well.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, it's so good to have you guys in the studio today.
It's great to be here.
It's quite a
is
whole new
great to be
adventure
here.
with the radio, and especially with Wairarapa TV.
Sure.
It's a great thing. I think it's a big move forward for us. And Toby Mills, great stuff, mate. We take my hat off to you. You've done you've hung in there, and you're doing really well. And I'm sure it's going to be go from strength to strength. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about your musical
Yeah.
back, because you were with a group called Saffron, is that right?
That's way back in the early days. When I first came to the Wairarapa, I was invited to just join in with some musicians in the Country Music Club. And a few people there decided they would like to sing other genres of music as well. So they started up a band called Saffron, and they invited me to join in. I played the guitar and did a wee bit of singing. So those people were Maureen Taylor and Dave Taylor, Keith Hunt and Harry Tafari. And that was a long time ago. We played for quite a while, and then, as bands do, moved on.
Yeah, I remember them quite well, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Lenny's cousin, wasn't it?
It was,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. He was the bass player.
I remember Saffron quite well.
Yeah.
Of course, from there you went. You took a quiet period for a while.
Yes, I did, which I tend to do. But then, when my daughter Jack was about 18, I was encouraging her to sing with me, and we met a lady called Michelle, and we got together because we realised all three of us wanted to start a band. So we got together and gradually found other musicians to join us. So we had Dave Dewsnap as the lead guitarist.
Yeah.
We had Bolly as the conga player and Stu Fife on saxophone, and we started out with Kenny Walker on drums.
Oh,
and,
Kenny, yeah. Wow.
And then eventually
Yeah.
had Darren Knight after he moved on. Yeah. So we had a lot of fun. That was a good band, covers band. Lots of dances, Christmas, New Year things, all around the Wairarapa.
Gypsy Soul.
Yes, Gypsy Soul we were called.
Gypsy Soul, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I remember them well. They were very well respected group. You did a lot of gigs not only here, but you did other gigs in other places as well.
Yes, I think we did. I'm just trying to remember now. We did actually go into the Battle of the Bands in Wellington and won our heat. We didn't win the final competition, but that was really exciting. We enjoyed that. Mostly Wairarapa stuff for that band, I think. Once that was finished, I did actually play the bass for a Pāhia tour band for a little while called Keep in Time.
Right.
And we used to go around lower half of the North Island, mainly RSA places, working men's clubs, things like that. We Hawke's Bay as well, Whanganui, Wellington, and the Wairarapa. So yes, I've enjoyed my time playing in bands. It's really good.
Yeah, so you're back into it now, though.
I am back into it now. I had another break, and now I've joined up with Lisa Jimison, who is an absolutely all-time amazing singer.
And we had her on a program here. Actually.
Good, yes. And we're really enjoying our time together. We both are bass players, and we're both guitarists and singers. So when we play Lisa's songs, I play the bass and she plays the guitar, and then when we play my songs, we switch over. She plays the bass and I play the guitar.
Right.
And we do a few covers, but it's mostly original music. So we've called ourselves Anamkara, which is a Celtic name for soul friends.
Great.
Me being an O'Callaghan, and she has Scottish ancestry, I think, so we
Right.
decided it was quite good for us.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, now, Kathleen, are you involved with music? Are you a singer at all? Or
I'm involved with country and western music, and I'm just learning,
okay.
but I get good feedback, so I keep going. It's encouraging.
No one's told you to get off yet, have they?
No.
That's always good, eh?
They normally say to me, "Have you put your name down yet, Kath? We'll put it down for you."
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, I suppose you
Yeah.
noticed a bit of a change up here with me. I've got these
We certainly can.
I picked up
can.
these glasses today because this is for Josh, my son. So, Josh, when you tune in, these are Dirty Dogs, mate. All right?
Cool.
Yeah, Dirty Dog. And Wairarapa Price, too.
Very good.
So, not that I can, so I saw them. I thought, well, I'm not going to actually get them for me. I'll get them for Josh as well. He's always saying, Dad, you need to wear some reasonably good sunglasses.
You look really good,
Yeah,
Stefan.
but anyway, so that's why I've got these on. I know it's not that sunny in here, but Dirty Dog, apparently, they're, I think they're made in Italy, someone said to me.
Are they?
I think so, somewhere like that. Yeah, so there you go.
They make snow goggles, don't
they?
they?
Do, yeah. They do make snow goggles.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to have another track here, Discovery.
Yep.
written by you and
Yes.
sung by you as well.
Yes, this one is, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to move right into it because we don't want to. I want to try and get all these tracks in today if we can, which would
Good.
be great. So here we go. Discovery coming up right now.
I'm not lonely. I'm not frightened. I'm excited. I'm not alone. I'm not gonna be by myself like before, and I was sick of uncertainty knocking at my door. I'm not lonely. I'm not frightened. I'm excited. I'm not alone. I'm moving much quicker and further than I was, and I'm learning to conquer much sooner now because I'm not lonely. I'm not frightened. I'm excited. I'm not alone. I'm sending a love that brings freedom, it unites, and I'm spreading the vibrations that travel in the light. I'm not lonely. I'm not frightened. I'm excited. I'm not alone. There's no boundary through space and time to creating through thoughts that are mine. Integrity is living truth that I know. Veils of illusion will filter and go. I'm not lonely. I'm not frightened. I'm excited. I'm not alone. There's no boundary through space and time to creating through thoughts that are mine. Integrity is living truth that I know. Veils of illusion will filter and go. I'm not lonely. I'm not frightened. I'm excited. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I'm not alone.
Wow, there you have it. That's a good track.
Good.
Discovery, is that right?
Sorry?
Discovery.
Yes, Discovery. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to move right along because we've got a couple more tracks to play, and I'd like to get them in before we've got a quarter of an hour to run.
The next two tracks are the ones that I play the most.
Okay, yeah. So we'll do a little bit of talking, and then we'll get onto those tracks and see if we can finish with. But this next track, actually, I'll talk about it now. Well, I've got it here. Towards the healing of the earth.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes,
I like the sound of that. That sounds pretty amazing.
I felt that I put a little bit in for that.
Okay.
Just a song to.
Right. Yeah. So how do you feel that? I mean, I don't want to get into the sort of heavy I don't say heavy stuff. I
Side
don't.
of it,
The
yeah.
world, but yeah, the world needs more of stuff. We need a lot of
I think it's good
needs.
input. Yeah.
And even what you guys are doing, in a sense, is creating a feeling of goodwill towards. There's a good bond there, common bond
That's right.
amongst the steampunk
That's right.
crowd, and
Creates
which I like. We need more of this happening.
Yeah.
When people could band together, I think with a common sort of feeling of what they want to do and how they want to react, it creates a better world for sure.
That's right. It does.
Um,
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
Doing it in our own way.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to get you to talk a bit more about that, because I don't think I had your microphone on. You might have been picked up, but maybe not. So this next track coming up, Towards the Healing of the Earth.
Yes.
Yeah,
yep.
that's better.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's what it is, Towards the Healing of the Earth. Just a song to join in with others who are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Happy songs about love and peace, and songs about the earth, and just to put it in there so that
Okay.
it's happy stuff. Yep.
Sounds good. Okay, coming right up, right now. there you have it. Just fading that down because we have got a lot of time to go on the program. We've got about 5 minutes. But I do want to actually thank you all very, very much for coming in and sharing with our audience, not only out there in TV land, but radio. People will be pleased to hear, and it's such a good thing. So I'm really glad that we were able to get you on today.
Great, we've enjoyed ourselves.
But before we go, is there, what have we got in the future as far as the steampunkers go? There's the big ball coming up, we know that.
Yes.
Is there anything, if anyone wanted to know how to get in touch with, if they just Google it, will it just come up?
It will come up. Y Steam is our Facebook page name,
Steam,
and our
okay.
administrator is Katie Rainish.
Yep, okay.
They just need to look it up on Facebook, really. And you can join the Facebook page if you want.
Right, right.
That's probably a good way to get started.
Yep, Yep, that sounds good.
Wellington is capital steampunk, and Hawke's Bay is. Actually, I'm not sure about Hawke's Bay what they come under. Manawatu steampunk.
Yeah, so there's
Manawatu involves a lot more children.
That's good.
A lot of the families are getting together and dressing up in steampunk.
Yep.
And it's great to see.
Yep. Yep. It is great to see, eh?
Yeah.
It's a really good thing. So, okay, so I'm going to go out on. We've got almost come to the end of our program, and I might just play a little bit of this last track here. And this is you, the Lowdown Battery Blues. And I've heard you sing this before.
Yes, yeah.
I quite like this track.
Yeah, this is a track about temporary hard times.
Absolutely.
That's probably a good way to describe it.
Yeah, and if you, it's the track, I think, from...
Yes, it should be.
And it's got everyone on it.
Yes.
And we might just go out on this anyway.
Yeah.
Because we're just almost into time now.
Yeah.
But once again, thank you very much.
Thanks for having us, Stefan.
Paul,
Thank you.
Yes.
Really, really good to have you on the program.
Yeah.
And maybe we can do later on. We can do, if we have something else happening within, we can definitely mention it anyway. I can mention it on the program, but we may be able to get you on again at some stage or other further down the line.
We would love that.
That would be lovely. It's been a pleasure.
And,
Thank you, Stefan.
And you look great. So I'm sure the viewers are going to be saying, "Whoa, we should." Maybe we want to be part of that.
That's right.
That'd be good.
They might too.
I know that Michael's pretty keen, and he's already thinking about what he's going to wear and stuff like that. I'm sure.
Great.
But we thank Arrow FM, of course. They've moved, and we're now in this new building, and it's great. Takes a little bit took me a little bit of getting used to, but I think I really like it. I think it's great. The facility and everything is just top notch, and we're just going to go from strength to strength.
Yes, quite impressive.
Yeah.
So I'll give the last words to you guys, and then I'll just fade in this music here. This is the Lowdown Battery Blues.
I'd just like to say thanks to all the great musicians on these tracks, Jack, Dave and Darren.
I'd just like to thank Gayleen, actually, that got me into steampunk and into a new world.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gayleen, and Katie.
I got the drafty door chill.
Don't be
The
afraid.
motor won't
Stick a
go.
hat on and
Two
come and join us.
candlelight things are going
Absolutely.
too slow. The choke and seas, the breeze on the knees. I've got the low down battery.
Lowdown Battery Blues.
This bus life's so
Oh, listen, so there you go. That's
I've run out
another
of
session of Jam
booze.
Jar.
Rivers and flood, I
appreciate
need
John
someone to hug.
Tuning in.
I can't get to trucking,
to us.
I'm well and
Have a great
truly
day
stuck
today.
in.
And we'll catch
I'm
you next
let
month.
down, I need
Till
a
then,
night on the
Be good to
town.
each other.
The breeze on the knees, I'm feeling